You think you can do it? Stop while you're splooging on me.
Let's find out. Put this down as well.
I mean, I want to join in.
This and this and this and zap 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 zap. Zap 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 zap.
284k lightning bolt, by the way. Oh, don't make me choose. Oh, come on. Right, I'll hex this one. Get to where
I'm hexing the big. I'm hexing the.
Oh, that watch he die. Look at his health. Look
Oh
at his
my
health,
god!
Finn.
It's ticking for 160k. Okay, what is that?
Hey, mine's almost as good. Mine's ticking for 6k. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another TDP. We are going to be looking at Torghast again. I know many of you are looking for some dungeons and some how our characters are playing out in the open world, but as it stands right now, dungeons are dead. Dungeons are totally dead. We need more invites, we need more people. That will come. But what I'm about to show you is utterly broken. So broken that I think it's worth having a play around with it and showing you before this disappears, because although it is completely broken, it does highlight the big swings we're seeing in Torghast between the classes. Now, we didn't have a particularly good day on the stream. We did Druid in Torghast. Druid and Shaman have been added to the Torghast for testing this week. Shaman is incredible. Absolutely incredible, particularly Elemental. One, it's completely broken and overpowered, there's that. But also, the design of the skills that they're giving you in Torghast are really good. They're class fantasy based. They make you use a lot of the tools in your toolkit in order to gain the benefits of them. Really nice. On the Druid side, though, disaster. A lot of very generic stuff that doesn't make sense. They might be struggling because there's 4 specs to deal with, but in fact, there was no spec-specific stuff whatsoever with the Druid. So let's get into this, and I'll hopefully be able to highlight that. Okay, this is actually really good. Difficult choice again. 15 enemies within 15 yards have their cast speed reduced by 30%, which is incredible. There's lots to interrupt, especially early game here. But 25% increased Phantasma at the start of the run, which is going to be used for our broker level, is also pretty goddamn good. I'm going to take this, because we are going to do a normal. I do want an ending to this. Heroic does keep going. We can do Heroic rather easily on Elemental, but that's due to how broken the damage is. And we're going to start with the Scolders Hall here. They have added yet a 4th different environment to this week, which is pretty cool as well. As I said in the first video where we looked at Torghast, there are lots of different environments coming. They seem to be adding one each week that will make the environments very varied. So, although in the first few videos here, you're probably going to see very similar areas, don't worry about that when it actually goes live. That's not the aim of this. We do need to add our... We need to add our Kyrian ability to our bars, which is fine. Now... Although we didn't get it at first, a lot of the Shaman stuff is very totem-based, really making you think about your totems. And also, one thing I consider particularly fun is that they've made a lot of spec-specific stuff. Now, the spec-specific stuff is where Torghast really shines, because it's taking what you know of ordinarily and then throwing that fresh coat of paint on it and making it work for your spec, because that's what people want to try. Rather than just, and I think this is a message that gets mixed up when people consider Torghast, is that it's about just how high you can get, pick whichever spec does the best. That's not what it's about. Like, at least not for me. I mean, who am I to tell you exactly what it's about? But it's really not what it's about for me whatsoever. It's about all kinds of different things. So we are using Total Mastery, so I should probably keep that up as we get our Chain Lightning going. Now, I want you to bear in mind what our Chain Lightning looks like right now. And of course, I am using this as an excuse to play a little bit more Elemental, especially after doing Druid today, which was so criminally disappointing, unfortunately. It was very, very disappointing to play Druid after playing Shaman. I made the mistake, not that I knew, of doing Shaman first, mainly by request. It was a stream thing, and I do appreciate that many of you can't make the stream. But it's something I want to highlight. So hopefully the first couple of powers here will start to really shine on exactly what the Shaman can do in here as we make our early way. As always, the balancing isn't done in here yet. We're still at the point where it doesn't take much for you to kind of overpower Torghast and become immensely strong compared to what's on offer mob-wise. So your first couple of floors are always the kind of wonkiest. But we'll move our way through here nicely. Keep our totems going. Really not loving, actually, the use of Searing Totem. I was kind of happy to see Searing Totem come back, but it is kind of a fire and forget thing that you've just added to your collection. Can we kill that before he fires critical shot? No, we can't. Luckily, it's normal mode. Critical shot is a straight one-shot in heroic, so let's hope that doesn't happen. Let's hope that doesn't happen. I was really happy to see how some of you responded to our first Torghast run. Now you've got a better understanding of what's happening. It should make further videos much more fun. So we'll keep going here. I was trying to predict what I think Blizzard, or the amount of flaws Blizzard intends you to do when Torghast actually goes live. And I imagine it's... oh, he didn't stun him. That's unfortunate. Stun this guy because he's nearly finished his cast. That'll help us get it done. We have got Bruce, should things get a little spicy in these early levels. Bruce, of course, being our Earth Ally to get things done. But I think similar to Mythic Plus, they're probably expecting on live to you to get like maximum reaches, maybe about 30, maybe 40, something like that. We have got some graphical errors here. That's all part of Torghast. Don't worry, the bug has been reported. I know when we get some new viewers, they're like, you should be reporting that. It's like, don't worry, all this stuff is kind of old stuff that has been reported many, many times. So don't worry about that. We're not doing poor quality testing here. Let's get our cool Vesper Totem going. This might be a bit too much. We might pop Bruce here. Let's get Bruce going. And that we're in range of our Vesper Totem. Vesper Totem being our Kyrian ability, of course. Let's get our Stormkeeper going. In order to play through here. And hopefully our guard won't provide too much trouble for our boy Bruce. And so one of the things we are looking to get is upgraded Bruce. There are several upgrades we can get for Bruce in here, and they're all pretty good, including permanent earthquake. You heard that right. Like, Bruce will just be earthquaking non-stop. We want that. It's good. It's very good. If we can get it. If we can get it. There is a very broken one in here where Frost Shock or Frost Damage has a chance to shatter a piece of the enemy's flesh off. Literally knocks 20% of their HP off. In one foul swoop. That enables you to just finish the whole run by having that one ability, because you can just run and spam Frost Shock. You'll actually notice I changed Frost Shock to 1. Ooh, we actually have a boss here, and no Bruce. Huh. Might have scuffed myself. Let's set up for this. Let's get our Fire Ally going. That's Bloodlust. We're also going to stun this guy. This guy hurts. A lot. And there's that Mighty Slam, which is not good. Stormkeeper it. We can Frost Shot Kite, though. We can Spirit Walker's Grace as well. And we're going to be fine. The power of Bloodlust compels you. Thank you, Spirit Walker's Grace. And Frost Shock. Let's drop a Searing Totem. Don't get me wrong, Searing Totem's nice, but I think it should have a longer cooldown and be a little bit more threatening, like an actual mini DPS cooldown, because that's what it feels like. It feels like it's supposed to be a mini DPS. Did you give us a power? You didn't give us a power? Of course, when I come to the YouTube video, we don't get obvious powers coming from certain places. Unfortunate, but it is, it's not that unexpected, to be honest. Not that unexpected. Let's get our Searing Totem down. Put down our Healing Stream. Multiple Flame Shocks. I'm going to stun these because they're both Shacklers, which are not good. Hopefully we won't end up with super bugged... Oof. Did not want to take that. Vesper Totem will save. Vesper Totem, of course, when you drop the Vesper Totem, if you've not read our Kyrian abilities, the Vesper Totem for the Shaman, you drop it down, you can see it there. We can move it around now, which is nice. That was disabled in the earlier functions of the game. Oh, we have items down here. Let's get them. Let's get them. Items good. Oh, I interrupted the wrong one. And it's a massive strike. Oh, this is all bad. This is my bad play. This is my bad play. Oh, and I got interrupted. Oof. Time to do some kiting, maybe. Which is not easy against the Shackler, but we can do it. Let's stun. We could Hex as well, but I'd rather avoid the Hex if at all possible. We can fire Ellie again. I think this might be a good time. Although they just signaled the end of our fire abilities. Let's get Searing Totem going. There's one down. Let's heal. We can Vesper Totem here. So Vesper Totem gives you 3 charges. Whichever spell you cast will cause it to pulse like that. And if you heal, it will also do a healing pulse. So you can see we topped our health up pretty nicely there. Nice testament. And this is one thing I've really enjoyed about Shaman in general, not just Ellie, is that the utility, which is something, if you've been watching the channel for a while, ooh, we got a power. If you've been watching the channel for a while, you'll know that one of my greatest loves of Shaman is the utility. Like, the utility is so, so good. But in raids, you don't really get to utilize it. In Torghast, you get it all. Okay. Okay. Every Lava Surge buff we consume increases the damage of Lava Burst by 5%. After generating 50 stacks, alright? The cooldown of Lava Burst is reduced by 50%. So now we see, like, a spec-specific one. Of course, you can use this as resto. But now we've got, like, a spec-specific one where we want to be flame shocking and getting those Lava Bursts out because it's going to keep buffing our Lava Burst. And eventually we're going to get a permanent alteration to our Lava Burst. So what we should see coming now is some big, big, ever-increasing Lava Bursts. Oh, this is a good one too. Okay, inflicts shadow damage equal to 100% of all the damage we receive split amongst enemies. Beautiful. So now while enemies are hitting us, we're going to be reflecting that damage back. So that's also a really super, super find. This is good now. So that's from... It's going to take Lava Surge procs to make our Lava Burst increase. So that's going to come from Flame Shock ticks. So bear that in mind. It's not going to happen from base Lava Burst, but it will happen from Lava Surges. So Lava Surge is good. Lava Surge good now. Lava Surge good. Open these. We don't never know, certainly in normal mode, where powers will be hidden. We have a follower here. Idri's going to follow us around. Excellent. Through on with a bit of extra help. Show me the Lava Surges. Come on. There's one. So there you go. Our Lava Burst damage now just went up 5%. Let's get a couple going so I can get a few more procs. And now you can see I'm actively playing the character in a way to try and get things to happen. Which is exactly what you want. That's exactly what you want. You want spells and abilities that make you think about your character that little bit more and provide that extra benefit. So let's unlock Indri here. Indri's going to be looking for a flute. And if we find that flute, we're going to gain an extra power for this floor, which is exactly what we're after. It's exactly what we're after. Okay. Got a good opportunity to get some Lava Surges going here. Let's get all our tokens down. Let's stun these while these are ticking. Hopefully we'll get a Lava Surge proc. One, please. We are hoping for procs now, because I want to see this Lava Burst keep stacking and stacking and stacking and getting more and more incredulous. That is going to be the ideal if we could do that. And I really love, one of the few things I love about Torghast is that even on weaker stuff, even on the Druid, which wasn't particularly good, what you found is that even just like base power gains, really, like, so your crit goes up, your mastery goes up, your verse goes up, all those aspects, they start building this really fun, silly character, especially when you start getting lots of haste. Oh, enemies within 50 yards have the 30% cast reduction. The shield early game is also really good. We'll take the cast speed, though. Defensively, I don't think there's much better than the cast speed reduction, because a lot of the things that really hurt inside here, that like are, you know, the one-shot type territory. Oh, I mean, that's an opportunity I'm not going to miss. I was not missing out on that opportunity, and I got a power for it. Deserved, IMO. Cooldown of Bruce by 20%. I didn't quite get it, so I didn't on our heroic run. Unfortunately, Torghast at the moment for testing, some things are causing it to reset, which is fine. I mean, it's alpha, that happens. We were on floor 60 of the potential 72 that we have when it happened. So you can see that cast speed reduction, that crippling blow is really low now. And his shackles are going to do considerably less ticking damage. Because it was casting so low. Beautiful. Really, defensively, cast speed reduction is so big. And there's the flutes. There's Indri's flute. So we're coming to the end of the floor. They usually have the quest items somewhere near the end of the floor, so that you do get some benefit of having the followers around. They do keep... one of the great advantages right now, and they might take this out, is that the followers you get, like Indri, will keep targets in combat. They will keep them in combat. So if you die to a really horrific pull, they'll continue to do damage and keep things in combat so their health doesn't reset. Very handy. Oh, okay. I don't want this, although it's very, very, very good. So this is going to double our health. It increases our health by 100%, which means we're basically set for the rest of the runners to not possibly die. That slow effect, though, really sucks. And as a less mobile caster, you know, we could go Ice Fury or something, but as a slightly less mobile caster... yeah, I don't want to be hopping around too much to prevent the slow effects, which is what will happen. I try to generate some lava surges here off these rats. Good opportunity to do so. And we'll plug them into this guy. We'll use these more rats as flame shock generators. You can see it's already at 3k. Like, it's happening. It's happening. There's another one. 3.2k. It's happening, dude. It's happening. One step at a time, but it is happening. It is happening. Remember, that's going to stack up to 50. We have 8 stacks right now, so we're not even a fifth of the way through the potential that Lava Burst is going to hit throughout this run. It is going to get pretty goddamn stupid. Now, one thing we've been mulling over is what to do with Torghast for the TDP. The obvious one, of course, is go as high as possible. That gets old pretty fast, I think. But we definitely think that once we have a more finalized version of... oh, I tried moving too late. Did not need to take that massive strike. Is that... 3.4k. Oh, don't die. Critical shock. Oh, God. Am I going to die? Oh, thank God. Ooh. With certain affixes applied to us, is what we've been talking about sort of internal at the office. It's like, Torghast is like never-ending content, right? I mean, we could do so much fun in here. But we don't want to just make it so you just... We literally just, you know... Go as... Let's see how big we can go. And that's like the limit of the fun we can have in here for such a cool place. So we were thinking we could say stuff like, right, no totem buffs at all, right? You know, anything that was considered the meta, like if you see that power, you always have to get it. And that then enables us to make really fun and interesting builds that focus on something else. And maybe we even get to the point where we're like, we have to take some really terrible ones. Let's see what we get here. Ooh, gain Nature's Guardian. Okay, we're going to take this one so we can see who has Anima. That's going to enable us to skip a lot of mobs. And our Phantasma is already at 648, which means we are golden as we move on to the next floor. Our Phantasma is already more than taken care of. And being able to see who has Anima means we can bypass some mobs that we don't need to deal with. So what we'll see now is enemies with a chest over their head. And that means they are carrying Anima. Some enemies will have to kill like these, but we might see, like, there should be a pack on the right. I've seen this layout before. There might be a big pack of enemies here that has, like, a huge, scary elite in it, and you're like, oh my god, this is going to be really tough. But as it turns out, we don't need to actually do it, because there's no Anima power in there. There would be Phantasma in there, but considering our Phantasma is already taken care of because of the choices we made at the beginning of the run, then potentially we don't need to deal with it. It'll also show us which crates have Phantasma in as well. Which crates have Anima powers in. So if we look in here... Oh, perfect example. Right, none of them have Anima power in them. Now, unfortunately, I did ninja pull myself. But we don't have to deal with this. We don't have to deal with this situation. I wussed out there and interrupted instead. Cowardly. Cowardly. I can tell you, I'll show a couple of clips of the heroic run as well at some point, where we ended up at 200 and something% mastery and 200% haste on our elemental. And we still had 12 floors of powers to go. Really did get considerably out of hand, let's put it that way. Right, so you can see the chest above his head. This guy has a power in him. Cool. So let's kill this guy. Let's get some good stuff going on him. He's going to be relatively tough. But obviously I know what you guys are waiting for, which is when is Chain Lightning going to become crazy? It will. Don't you worry, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Should have pulled that more out really for more lava surges. I'm going to do that now. Bit late, but whatever. Chance is a fine thing. And there's the power that he had inside him. Oh, wind shear cooldown reduced by 3 seconds. I mean, more interrupts, more better. In my mind. More interrupts, more better. Let's use the surge. More interrupts, more better. Gonna get some surges off this. Really stacked up. What we at? 17 stacks now. So our lava burst is really starting to... 4.2k. It is really starting to mount up. The damage is coming. 4.3k. It's getting there, dude. It's getting there. We sense a Fey near you. Okay. Looks like injury might be on this floor again. So we do have some limited floors, obviously, still, as this is early days of Torghast. Oh, I'm not going to use that here. It looks like there's some big AoE coming. We'll save Stormkeeper for this. Let's get Bruce going. Stun them. Yeah. Big damage. Oh, more surges. Come on. Build that damage up. Flame shock this guy. More flame shocks. 4.7. So good. So good. And this is why I think the class abilities are so defining for making Torghast an interesting experience. Like, getting more haste and crit and stuff is all very well and good, but it's the combo stuff you really want. Ooh, this is a bit of a spicy pack. Let's get him while Bruce is still up. Well, Bruce is about to run out, I think. Get another flame shock out. Who needs a flame shock? No, I just refreshed one, which is not ideal, but it's still okay. You can have a flame shock too. Imagine casting shackles through my spell. Now, we want to be careful. This guy's about to massive strike. There he is. Yeah, we knew it was coming. We're just going to have a little scout here to see... Yeah, there's an anima power in here. Because you can see it shows them inside the pots now as well. Which is awesome. Alright. Oh. Targets healed by your healing stream totem take 25% reduced damage. Yep. Yep. It's again another good one because it's like healing stream might not be something you consider as that important. But it absolutely is. Stun them all. Interrupts. Now we got that short cooldown interrupts. Ooh, this is a little spicy. Let's put Earthbind down. Try and make some distance. Vesper. Oh, we might die. Got Thunderstorm. Frost Shock. Need to move the Vesper to here. Healing Stream. Wow. I don't think we should have survived that. But we did. That's all that matters. We did. We got a bit bold there. We got a little bit too bold. A little bit too bold. Well, that's alright. We came out of it in tip-top health. Right, let's... oh, it's Indigo this time. Hello, Indigo. Let's take on this elite. With our buff lava burst, I think we should be fine. Not with an elite without any buffs. Any powers, I should say. Let's give him a stun. Yeah, we're starting to shape up real nicely already. And we haven't even had any of the really good ones yet. I'm not sure what's going to happen to this spec in here, guys. I wanted to get this on YouTube record. Like, it wasn't even a case of, like, let's show a really overpowered build. I do heroic for that. It was more a case of, they're going to take this away from me. I know they're going to nerf it into the ground somewhere. They might just change the numbers or the amount of power that each of these gives you, but at some point, this is going to be going away. They're going to take it off us, because compared to the other specs, this is so busted. 75 Phantasma, your movement speed is increased by 6%. I don't like the movement speed one. You'd think I would, because it allows you to traverse the area quicker, certainly if we're recording a video or something. We're going to go to like the first boss here, which is going to be in a couple of floors. Again, let's stick to the inner wall. Anybody got anything there? Nope. Nobody has anything in there, so we can skip them. Yeah, Indigo's here. Let's get the Vesper Totem down. Yeah, we're really starting to pop now, as you can see. We're absolutely smashing. Right, let's get another power from here. Found his partner, who was sealed by the jailer. Oh, your spells and attacks grant you 35% haste for 15 seconds. Yes, please. Yes, please. Yes, please. I know some of you might be like, hey, wait on those. I want to read them all. Give it a pause or something like that, because if it's a really interesting choice, I probably will take my time on it. But if it's something like get Phantasma or get 35% haste, I'm probably going to click that one relatively quickly, I'll be honest with you. That's my jam. That's my jam. Let's get the stun off there. Oh, 6k now. 6k. We're at 6k, dudes. Hello, friend. Oh, it pulled downstairs. Oh, that's pretty unfortunate. Well, fair enough. Let's get some totems down. Keep the healing stream going. We want that 10% damage reduction, of course. Let's get Stormkeeper going. We have got Vesper Totem, but I don't want to use it right now. I don't think we need it for this. It's not got a particularly long cooldown, but still want to consider our options, that's for sure. Oh, I stepped in a trap. Yikes. We'll free the soul, because, of course, every freed soul grants us 1% main stat, so that'll be intellect. There's also a choice now. This week they actually added some choices in on some of the souls. And those choices are... let's get Bruce going here. We want to do some big AoE. And those choices are, you can gain a temporary buff. It's about Vesper Totem. You can gain a temporary buff. They all moved out of my Vesper. Bruce, will you stand still? You're not doing me any favors here with my big AoE, son. You're doing me no favors, pal. I love you, but you're chasing more rats around. Like, let him go. Honestly. Let him go. That's more like it. That's more like it. No power to be had out of any of those. So we'll move on to the boss. Who's going to be a big old shackle boy. Let's get our totems down. Let's start working on him. Shackler shouldn't be a problem, even though we've lost our friend. We've got healing stream providing us that bonus. Let's get Vesper down. Giving that pulsing damage. Interrupt that. I probably wasn't clear earlier on Vesper. Every time you drop a Vesper totem, let's get this power first though. Ooh. A further 20% reduction on Bruce on his cooldown time. Perfect. Ghost Wolf by 20% also stacks, by the way. And your Ghost Wolf starts going crazy. Like, he runs so goddamn fast. It's mental. He actually turbos. If we have more like choices to mess with, we'll take that. But Vesper Totem, every time I drop it, you gain 6 charges, 3 of which are damaging spells and 3 of which are healing spells. So your next broker level. Your next 3 healing spells will cause it to pulse healing, and your next 3 damaging spells will cause it to pulse damage. They don't overwrite each other, so you get 6 in total. So you don't have to use them all by any means. It doesn't make it cool down quicker or something like that. But those are the options you get. We didn't get any powers on this floor. Disappointed, Mr. Broker. There'll be one near the doorway, but no general powers. I still believe in my heart of hearts that this place is based on how much Phantasma you have and how many powers you've collected as to what the Broker will have. Oh, okay. All right, okay. We're going to take Draining Hex here. I want to draw attention to the Chains of Devastation. Casting Chain Heal makes your next Chain Lightning instant cast. Casting Chain Lightning makes your next Chain Heal instant cast. Extremely good ability to pick up. Phantasma by 25%. We don't need that. We got 1,000. Hex now drains the life of its target and transfers it to you while keeping them hexed. Now, from what we can tell, look, from what we can tell, this is supposed to stop stacking once you get 3 of that ability. Okay? Once you get, let's get 5% more verse, and more of this, and more of this, and we'll get, we'll turn him into anima, because that should sort our anima for the next broker. Let's open these 2 abilities. It's supposed to stop at 6. Let's gain Master of Elements. Let's do that. And then we'll pick up Star Melee. Nice. So we have 2 talents now. But for whatever reason, it doesn't appear to actually be stopping at 6. And keeps going. Not only that, it seems to be modified by your damage modifiers that we pick up throughout the run. Let me just say that on level 60, with where the enemies have, you know, a few million health, Hex is 2-shotting them. And I mean that, including the bosses. I'll try and use it on a boss if we can. Because if you can hex the boss, it will literally just kill itself. Again, that will never make it to live. I should explain these orbs, shouldn't I? So, the purple orbs that you can buy off the broker for 150 Phantasma, they will just give you a choice of a power, as normal, just like you found an anima cell anywhere else. The other orange orb that you can get for 250, that will depend on the mob you throw it at. So you throw it at a mob, and it will turn them into an anima. However, it won't turn them into an anima like a normal one. It'll be something predetermined, like a haste buff, a damage shield, or in the case of turning the broker into anima, he will give you Phantasma. Typically, it seems to me at least, like the damage one, the haste one is nice. It's like 250% haste for a little time. It's nice, but for me, I like, especially early game, turning this into Phantasma because obviously it makes your life just so much better. Right, Star Melee. Let's go. This guy actually smells, so let's do it. This guy is no joke. Absolutely no joke. Let's get the Vesper going. Let's stun him. The 30% cast speed reduction aura on us is actually making this so much easier. Mixed with our wind shear cooldown that we picked up earlier. Lords of Torment are no joke. They are for elemental, but I can tell you on the druid and say on DPS warriors, on everything else that's like not completely broken in here, it's a different matter. It's a different matter. No powers so far. Do we go for the big AoE here? We have Bruce. We haven't got Stormkeeper for 15, but we want to chain lightning stuff, don't we? Let's be honest. I don't think my Vesper Totem's got anything left, which is unfortunate. There is something so fun about chain lightning. I don't think we even need Bruce. How's our lava burst looking now? 6k? 6.8k? Alright, it's getting good. Keep out of the way of Math. We should get rid of the Dancing Thorns guy, actually. This guy is more dangerous than our friend here. Our guard. The guards actually don't do much as long as you don't get hit by a massive strike. Getting hit by that is bad. I do wonder what some of our Like, I have so much fun in here, but as you've probably seen already, we've had to do quite a number of tricky stuff, you know? Stuff where you need a little bit of experience playing the game. I do wonder how our more casual players are going to fend in here. Whether they'll find... what the difficulty will actually be like. It's all well and good coming in and watching, you know, streamers or whatever who play all day doing heroic or whatever. But I wonder what Blizzard's going to take away from that and what the rest of the player base who's testing. Because there are a lot of testers who aren't seasoned players. Certainly not multi-classes who can, you know, pick up... oh, it's Shaman today. I'm going to play a Shaman at a pretty high level, you know. Not the best level. I would never suggest that. Just for the record. I would never suggest that. God, that mixed with Vesper... oh, I'm stuck on a tree. Oof. We're over 7k now on the lava burst. 39 stacks. So, in the next 11 stacks or so, it's going to reach its pinnacle. And we're at the end. We're at the end, and there's no powers in here. The quest guy is here, though. Interesting. Why is he here? Do we have to take him back? Or... huh. We don't need to kill any of those. They have no powers. They might draw us into combat, but there's no anima power in them. Our Phantasma is already back at 1,000. Like, there's nothing for us to worry about there. Where's... oh, no, it's the deer. Oh, he has a power on him. The deer is actually really dangerous. And they're stacking up... this is really bad. Okay, so you can see they're stacking up their elite buff. Which is not good. It's kind of tempted to pop... yeah, I'm going to brew some lust here. Where's the charge? We need to get these out of here. These aren't funny. These elites, even if we can, like, we're powerful enough to tackle them and all that kind of stuff, and we'd be like, oh, yeah, easy game, easy life. Not so when they start stacking up this buff, where their damage is constantly increasing. It's the anti-kite buff. So, Bloodlust is a cure-all, for sure. Heroism's not. Fact. Gain Aftershock. Got Aftershock or more Bruce? Let's go more Bruce. Let's go more Bruce. Why not? I'd rather have more Bruce, I think, at this point. I would definitely rather have more Bruce. Bruce steers us right. He steers us right. Bruce is here to look after us. We are over 8.3k now on that lava burst. Oh, God. Oh, God. All right. Okay. A cloud of obscure mist surrounds you is fantastic. It means ranged can't target us without moving around. That's very useful. But we're stacking up the hex debuff. I am now aware we haven't actually hexed anything yet. And you might be thinking, Preach, you just said it was so awesome. Like, why haven't you done that yet? I'll tell you why. It actually became so powerful. It actually became so powerful. So you can see it's ticking for 928. So we're actually being healed by that. Okay? Not only is it fully CC'd, which actually heals, but in our heroic run, it did actually become so powerful, we stopped using it in favor of actually playing our characters. Because we could just one-shot actually everything. Like, no joke, literally everything. Which made it considerably less fun, let's put it that way. Like, it's all fun and games. I mean, it's literally killing that enemy, look. And it scales based on percentage of HP. Which it probably shouldn't. Because if it's an elite, it starts doing more and more and more. And that's when you start seeing it tick into the millions and things like that. So, although I have it, and I've kind of gotten used to having access to it. And that's made it feel a little less special, I suppose, is one way of looking at it. There is a power in there we want. And there's a power over there, it looks like, as well. A couple of powers in this room. Nice. Very nice. What we want to see. Yeah, our lava burst is now getting crazy. What we at? Oh, we're at 50 stacks. And we have the super low cooldown. Oh, baby. Alright, lava burst is now Pretty ridiculous. Lava Burst is now pretty ridiculous. Now we need some damage amplifiers for it, and there are several damage amplifiers in here. Also note this guy has been hexed and just healing me this entire time. I'm amazed they let it work on elites. Gain the Earthen Rage talent or 10% verse. We'll take Earthen Rage. So we've got multiple talents now. Our talent tree is now looking like this. You can see we've got a lot of extra, several extra talents on top of what we would ordinarily have. Our Phantasma is great. Don't need to worry about that. Just looking, we don't have to clear extra pots and things. We can avoid them. And there's one more power to get over here, so we'll grab that. Let's get that in the bag. And what we're looking for is... I know what we're looking for. I do. I do know what we're looking for. You might say your damage is already pretty crazy. Sure. I mean, combat? With what? What am I in combat with? You're a liar. We might have to die here to get out of combat. It does happen. 10% more haste? Yep. Yes. Yes, please. Is that a Vesper totem? Did we release that hex? I think we did. Might be worth taking the death here just to get out of combat. Let's do that. Easy as that. We don't want to miss out on the power, do we? Ah, nothing great, nothing great. A bag filled with various bones and meats for professions or freed souls, which is going to be something to do with soul binds, which aren't in the game yet, so... No joy for us there. Can we jump down? No. Sometimes this floor is actually multi-leveled, and we could just jump down to where we want to be. But that's okay. It's not what we've got today. Oh, I bet I was in combat with these back here. Yeah, that's what it was. That's okay. Taste the juicy lava burst. Taste that sizzle sizzle. Yeah, I forgot we run past this. Okay, there's the exit. Nice. Let's go. Onwards we go. We might have a boss floor coming up here. 5 minutes unsated. Oh, a Lord of Locks. Nice. Shouldn't be a problem for us now. We'll use our Star Melee. Lord of Locks can be pretty scary, but we're already at the kind of power level where it's not too big of a deal. We welcome our friends. Let's get Bruce out. We do want to finish the Lord of Locks, though. He's not a friend of the channel. He doesn't even rate or subscribe. Not even a tiniest thumbs up. You won't even smash that like button. Idiot. We haven't had any variation in theme yet. I was hoping, I was really hoping this week they would add in the Burning Halls and the Frozen, the Cold Heart area. But we haven't had it yet. Oh, we've got keys to find. Okay. So we want to get the keys. We don't even have to tackle that Lord of Locks. I forget we have the Animus scanning ability. Oh, the Taragru waits. The Taragru waits for us all, my friends. He's there. He's there and he's waiting. Just die a couple more times. Just die a couple more times. These keys that I'm collecting then are for a chest. There'll be a chest somewhere on the floor. And that chest will have an anima power in it. But you have to find all the keys on the floor. Recently, they actually added them to the map. You can see them on there. They didn't used to be on the map. And only once have we been unable to find the key. Only once. I will point out, that was with a team from Method as well. So, basically, Method can't find keys. That's just fact. We're pretty sure it never spawned. Or it spawned in the middle of nowhere. It was the earliest spawnings of design inside... It's inside here, so we're pretty sure it just didn't... It was inaccessible wherever it had appeared. There's no anima there. Might be anima there. There's definitely an elite around that corner. There's a Lord of Torment, which isn't too scary now. Does it have a power? Doesn't have a power. Okay, we don't need to bother with that guy. Hopefully he won't pull through the floor when we go upstairs. That would be a little spooks. Let's check what's left. Already started to notice our damage inflation is getting pretty crazy. We could also hex the Lord of Locks. Right, there's no powers in those. Let's go left first then. I do keep forgetting to actually just hex things. And that's it. They're done with. Quite the broken little ability. Especially if we get some damage amplifiers. We just leave that guy there. He'll just die. Ah, there's a power up here. Good. I will take free power. Especially, look, that guy's still healing me, by the way. As long as he's in his little cocoon there, he's healing me. He's doing his bit. Let's see if we can group these up. Fire locked. Suckers. Right, I'm still waiting for that God tier ability. One of the God tier abilities. We've had 2 of the draining hexes, which is good. It is good. It's not quite what we're after, though. Frost Shock reduces all damage the target deals by 25%. I don't think we need that. I'm going to go with max health. If we have to start kiting, then we might need that. Okay, the chest is over there. So we're still looking for 1 key. Is there a boss? There is. So this was the exit. So we did choose the wrong way. In terms of efficiency, anyway. Our lava burst is now trucking. And it basically has no cooldown. Basically has no cooldown. Oh, if we get some big mastery buffs, we'll be a good place. Oh! Okay. Alright, it begins. It begins. 30% bonus damage to lightning bolt and chain lightning. That's what we're going to take. Surge of power is a good thing to pick up. But we're going to take 30% more lightning bolt damage. Why? That also works with chain lightning overload, and all sorts of creamy things like that. And we like that. I could have just jumped down off the middle platform there, but whatever. Whatever. Hopefully we could bypass this Lord of Torment. Or we can just hex him, I think. I think Lords of Torment... There are a couple of enemies we can't hex. I think we can hex a Lord of Torment. You know, the most terrifying mob in this room. We can. So we'll just hex him. That's him dealt with. I can't express to you how busted that is. It's so broken that you can do that. It's absolutely ridiculous. It is so stupid. So stupid that is remotely possible. And it's healing us at the same time. That's the dumb thing. Not only is it, like, killing it, it's actually healing us at the same time. Look, it's half dead. Those are the most terrifying enemies. They really are. I can't express to you enough. They're terrifying. Oh, maybe they're just in there. Oh, he might break out before he dies. Better re-hex him. Just to make sure. Hey, bro. I will be kind of sad when that goes, because the fact that you can do it to bosses and things is really funny to me. Like, actual, you know, you build it to a boss floor. Torghast has boss floors. And you're like, okay, it's the boss. And I've been on several runs, guys, where the boss has ended my run. It has happened. It has ended my run. Some people have watched us do very well until we get to the boss. And the bosses, they buffed the bosses last week. They actually made the bosses tougher because people were crushing them. And, yeah. He's definitely dead, though. Now, at some point, as happy as I am with our Lava Burst, if we get a couple more buffs to Lightning Bolt, like that 30% damage buff, Lava Burst will be going in the bin. Unfortunately. It will be going in the bin. We're missing a key. Oh, wind shear cooldown or 300 phantasm. Well, we don't need the phantasma, so there's the key. It's right next to it. Super. And there's another power up there. What a good fortune this is. This is a great find. Flame shock damage over time effects now happen 20% more frequently, which means more lava surge procs. We could get, when we crit, we could do arcane damage. That synergizes really well. We showed that in the last video. But for now, I'm going to rock and roll with this for sure. 5% mastery, or more rats are immune to our to running away. That's great too. What's our stats now? Let's take a look at our stats as we head back. So we now have 50% crit, 24% haste, 44% mastery, which is pretty nice. 9% verse, 10% block. Obviously, we're not particularly bothered about that. Our intellect is getting up there. Where was the exit? It was left, I think. Exit was left. So we don't need to deal with any of these enemies. They have no power for us or anything like that. Let's just move on with our lives. I'm wondering, there's one that was... Look, a little bit of a spoiler for you. There was one. There's a power in here. Somewhere in the belly of one of these little cells, there is a power. And it gives us 40% bonus damage for every totem we drop. It's pretty good. I haven't seen it. Oh, we got a boss level. Okay. I'm wondering if they took it out. Potentially. 10% bonus crit damage. Yes. 5% more mastery. Yes. When you attack a new creature, you are healed. Sure. Passive healing is nice. Let's get 2 extra powers. Let's get a 30% damage potion. That should allow us to rinse this boss. I wonder if we can hex this guy. Worth checking, I think. Let's grab this. What's our anima? 358 phantasm. So we'll convert this guy as well. And let's spawn our new powers. Phantasma earned. Sure. Gain the Spirit Wolf. Oh, Flame Shocks. So that stacks without other quick burn. So we can gain Spirit Wolf talent. No, we'll take Flame Shock damage. Flame Shock damage rate. And we'll take that Phantasma. That makes us nice and solid. Let's see if we can hex the Cell Block Sentinel here. In theory, we could do this. We have no damage amplifiers, so it's not going to destroy his world or anything, but... He's immune. Okay, so let's drop some totems. Bloodlust, let's get Bruce. Let's take our 30% damage potion. Where is it? There it is. Oh, God, the pace. We're getting shockwaved. I'm not moving. I refuse. Lumbering Might. I don't know what that is. He's aiming at me, though. We can stun this guy. Oh, extra targets for flame shocks? Why not? I was thinking I need to lava burst a bit more. Well, we're not quite where we want to be in terms of massive power, but bosses are no problem. They will do one more floor, because we haven't seen the quite escalation I was hoping to see. Again, I do have clips of that escalation. Vesper Totem, 200% mastery. Now, there is one here that says Vesper Totem now lasts for 5 minutes. Totally useless. I'm sure this one's going to get changed because it still carries the same amount of charges. Makes no difference if it lasts 5 minutes or not. Let's do one more floor. I was really hoping to see the bonus damage from totems. It's entirely possible that they removed it. As I said, while we were doing Heroic, I believe we were the highest in the world at the time. Me and Mr. Finn. I will link you to the VOD of that stream as well if you want to watch it. I should probably upload it to YouTube. I know a lot of our YouTube audience doesn't like or can't actually run Twitch VODs. So I will set that going tonight so you guys can get that. I'll put it on Gaming Dads. That's probably the best bet. It's worth watching because it gets so dumb. So dumb. Like, it, and I'm wondering now whether they've actually taken that totem out. Or we've just been unlucky. It's entirely possible we've just been unlucky. Never count that out. So with that mastery bonus, we should be setting up Vesper Totem for a big chain lightning. We have got a nice burning theme now. Oh, there's so much AoE to be had. Let's get Bruce going, because he's only on a 2-minute cooldown now. We like things that are on 2-minute cooldowns. I do wonder if they've taken it out. We should have seen one by now. Let's put it that way. We should have seen one right now. It's kind of the purpose of me making this video. I was like, I'm going to show this damage reduction. Because it also stacked. That's what I forgot to mention. It also stacked. So by later on, we had 600% damage bonus, along with... I think a safe assumption would be to say that most of our stats were capped, and we had like 170% bonus critical strike damage, which is obviously huge considering a lot of Shaman spells naturally crit. Which means every time you crit, you do more bonus and more bonus damage, more and more and more and more and more, and it just mounts and mounts and mounts. And yeah, that's where the absurdity starts to come. So perhaps they have already toned it down. I still have it on VOD though, so that's good. This look okay. That's like a quest guy. Hard to tell. Yeah, I was really kind of hoping you wouldn't be shooters, but you are. This is a bit disappointing. I was hoping for again a big AoE. We could draw them back, I suppose. I don't think we're quite there on that damage yet. We're still Lava Burst centric, let's put it that way. Our Lava Burst is still actually just doing so much damage. Probably need one more, and I really mean one more Lightning Bolt upgrade to completely demolish everything we've done with Lava Burst. To make it completely weak sauce. Probably something along those lines. They actually... one thing we have figured out about Torghast, though, which I think some of you might find really interesting, is that the items are pooled, similar to what you'll find in other roguelikes, is that there are a certain amount of a certain stacking spell that you can get. Like, they're not letting it... They already have learned not to put infinite in there. So that 30% lightning bolt damage, I think we could get 5 or 6 of them. It might have been 5. But after that, it just refused to drop again. No matter how many things we looted, it just refused. Like, flat out. So, oh, okay, an Eternal Subjugator. These things kind of suck. And the reason they suck is that if you get hit by one of their abilities, it's permanent debuff. Now, the trade-off to that is that they're relatively easy to kill. Just don't stand in the thing. You should be fine. But not only that, when they drop their power, like this guy has a power, but it's going to be a predetermined one. So certain rares, like the horses and the butterflies, they have predetermined powers inside them. And what that means is that he will give you a choice. You can either... One of the powers will be to remove any debuffs you got by fighting him. There you go. You can see clear all permanent debuffs left by the Eternal Subjugator. He'll give you things like 10% reduced damage permanently. It used to be that if you died, you could clear the debuffs, but you can't anymore. So you can either do that, or you can get this one. When you attack a new creature, they suffer 3,000 shadow damage and are silenced for 4 seconds. Now, that's incredibly good. Incredibly good. So every time we attack an enemy, it's just silenced. But if you get debuffed, then you kind of can't take that good power because you didn't play well enough, right? It's as simple as that. Or, it's not always damage reduction. It might be like speed reduction. Sometimes it's just 10% movement speed reduced. I mean, with that case... then you might be like, okay, I'll keep the permanent debuff in favor of having the permanent silence effect. So you have those choices. In the ideal world, of course, do what we just did there, just don't get hit. Just don't get hit forehead, you know. It's one of those. Okay, I've been hit several times. It's sometimes you might get caught on something and it happens and blah, 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 blah. It is the way it goes. Now, we are starting to... pretty much rinse through this. There might be power up there. I feel like this is circling us round. Let's see what's down here. Is this going to be an area we've already been to? Apparently not. This is a large floor. No power in here either. Interesting. That is interesting. We have got, of course, got the new earthquake, and also people are asking about that. Earthquake is now the stacks you can see here. So we get fulmination stacks, the little lightning-looking ones, and these one here. So 5 stacks of the little thunder blast will give you instant earthquake, and 4 stacks is obviously a very quick one. So, and it's based on how many targets you chain lightning. There's no power inside you. We can just hex you and move on with our lives. And no power in there either. Huh. There's a power dump somewhere in here. They don't. It's not a case of they don't give you the powers. It means you have to do a bit of exploration to find them. It could have been up back the other way. But this seems to lead to around about the same area. Huh. Nothing here. I wonder if we could open that door from the other side. And it leads to a shortcut. They do like their shortcuts in here. He's not losing any health. Is it because I ran away from him? Yeah, there you go. I was really hoping that wouldn't have broken then. That would have been pretty disastrous. I'm trying to get some damage amplifiers so we can make that do ridiculous damage. I mean, you might already consider that, yeah, that scary elite that's just dying to Hex is pretty ridiculous already. You are correct. That is ridiculous. But it gets more ridiculous. That's the point. It gets even more ridiculous. But it wouldn't surprise me if they brought this back in line. Or tried to bring it back in line. I wouldn't say this was in line by any means. This is still very strong. Right, extremely strong. So it's not quite there yet, but it's closer, but it's not there yet. No, 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 no inner flames. No, 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 no. I mean, none of that. Inner flames is a big heal spell, and it smells. Go away. No one likes NPCs that heal. Nobody. We're getting grizzled here. Spell Pastoral. You know what? I'm just going to heal. I'm just going to hex that one so he can heal me instead of DPSing me. Thanks, bro. So busted. So busted. So busted. Right, is there something in here with the Rune Colossus? No. Okay. Where's the power dump? It's here somewhere. Our damage is getting so stupid already. I say already, you might be like, you've done like 5 floors now. That's nothing. That's nothing. On so many other characters, it takes us like maybe 12 floors to start getting damage like this. And what's in here? Nothing again. Interesting. Power of chain lightning compels you. We're definitely not doing bad, though, are we, team? We're definitely not doing bad. Stealth would be nice right now. I feel like we've missed away. Some of these floors are huge. Oh, he did aggro. Unfortunate. Yeah, we can almost go full chain lightning spam. We've got Vesper. Stun them all. Stormkeeper. And grilled cheese for everybody. There you go. Everybody feeling nice and sizzled. Feel the sizzle on your bones. Alright, come on now. Show us the power. Where are you hiding? This is a huge floor. What? This is a bigger floor than I'm used to by a long way. By a long, long way. Not that I'm complaining. That is the whole point of Torghast, is the exploration and change. I have no idea what we're going to find at the end of this, because the quest guy's around this corner. I can see that on the minimap. Let's watch out where this guy's going. He's going to massive strike in a second. Or is he? I think he was bugged in the floor there. I moved to give him a better chance. Okay, so this is the extra thing I was telling you about. Partially infused soul. So you can free this guy, or you can... It's basically Bioshock him. You can suck out the soul. No! And you get a buff. 10% crit damage and healing. And 10% haste. Is that all that's on this floor? What a strange floor. Interesting. Oh man, I'm always so happy to get surprises in here. Surprises are everything. They're so fun. It's also graphically awesome. Alright, let's turn this guy in then. Alright, we got a power. 25% chance to resist all spells while Astral Shift is on. While below 50% health, your healing spells cast 20% faster. Let's take this one to resist spells. If we've got an Astral Shift, it's probably because we don't want to die. I have a feeling there's more to this floor. But we're not quite seeing it. And 300 Phantasma. Okay. Well, we don't need that either. One more! One more! One more! Let's see what's next. It might be a broker floor. If it's a broker floor, we can pick up a few powers. I think we're due a broker floor. No, it is enemies. Alright, let's have a quick look here. A Necrolord prisoner is being held by. We've had no big scary rares either. I'm actually more curious than anything to see whether or not... Excuse me. See whether or not they have removed the damage buff totem, because it feels like they have. Usually we've had at least 2 by now. Right, let's free the soul. We don't care too much about the buff. Let's free this guy. Oh, please go away. Right, let's do that. Free this guy. There's our quest guy. So this might be a relatively short floor, considering quest guy was right there. Let's get the big AoE ready. Drop a stun totem. And 3, 2, 1. Sizzle! And everybody got sizzled. And that was the end of what they knew. That was the end of what they knew. Poor guys never stood a chance. We've got some AoE packs going on. This might be a floor where we need to jump down. Oh. I always look at the wrong buff, whether it's fulmination or whatever. Let's use the Vesper. Spark off its AoE. Well, we are hitting 10,000. Yeah, there's the exit portal already. And the quest guy is in here. Super short floor. There is a rare. Okay, we have got a rare. Rares typically are harder than end of the boss floors. Well, he's evading. Is he fine now? Good. Welcome back. Let's see if we can hex the rare. I'm not sure if we can hex the horsey. We might be able to. Right, well, we're fighting these. We can. Alright, we'll just hex him. I don't care what you say. It's not fair, he says. It's not fair. Look, we're being efficient on time, alright? These videos, Torghast videos are super long. I need to find a way of getting them to a reasonable length. But if I edit them too much, you guys will get mad. There's no solution with some of yous. There's no solution. Just clearing the floor. Okay, we can turn the quest in while that's dying. Let's go and give a rehex just to make sure it dies. Ah, disemboweling hook. Oh, this is tough. 35% verse. Or damaging an enemy whose health is below 10% will instantly disembowel and kill them. It does cause them to pop and hurt me, but I don't think that's a problem. Thank you. Thank you for your service. I assume you want me to choose the Spectral Bridle. I mean, you can see I already have it on my bars. It is cool. You do get to turn into a horsey. Your friends can ride around on you and things. It is nice. There's power over here. Cool. Oh, this guy's got a power. What are you doing with a power, sir? You do lose it out of combat. But what you can do is then get a further anima power. Let's say the horse pops up again. Wind shear cooldown. Fair enough. Fair enough. We got everything? Yeah. We can get a further power, which will allow that to remain even while in combat. I got that on my warrior. It was actually super frustrating because it doesn't let you charge or anything like that. I don't think it'd be a problem for a shaman, but something to bear in mind. Oh, yes. Placing a totem causes you to drop another random totem. Bang. This is good. It's free the soul. I want the permanent buff. Okay. So now every time we drop a totem, it's going to drop a random one, as you can see here. So we got Healing Tide for that one. If I drop this one, we get Ankh Totem. We can get every totem in the game. You get Spirit Link, all sorts. It's really cool. It's really very cool. We can get all of the totems. All of the totems. And a broker level. Okay. We are 2 floors from finishing this. Like 2 or 3 floors. Should we just finish it? Do we make this the last time we do like a full unedited run like this? I think so. I think this... oh, okay. Well, the Hex is stacking. We have to do it now. What if the last boss could just be hexed? What if? What if? We have 2,000 Phantasma, which means we're in great shape. Awesome. Bruce cooldown. What's his cooldown now? 1 minute cooldown. We're almost there to Perma Bruce. We're almost there. Let's buy these 2 powers. Let's get 20% more max health for us. 5% verse. Oh, he just got... Mikru just got 200% damage increase from energetic totems. No, not dropped for me. At all this run. I thought they had removed it, actually. Let's grab this. We don't need to turn the broker into a shield. Some people were getting a little upset at me doing that, but it's just habit. Oh, don't make me choose! Oh! Oh, come on! I need Bruce to have his permanent earthquake. I'm sorry. It has to happen. 15% mastery for overloads? Yeah. Alright, okay. We have confirmation. Energetic totems. That is the one we're talking about that gives the crazy, crazy damage buff. Is out there. Is out there somewhere. Right, let's check. Who's got power here? No, no. I love this floor. Doesn't this look so good? I mean, it actually looks like we're in the pit of hell, which is what it's supposed to be like. Oh, there are keys to find, though. There's something we have to check. Casually healing myself for 10k a second. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day. Do any of you have power? It's hard to tell in this fog. I don't think any of these have power in them. We are getting to the end of the run. They start being very stingy with powers towards the end of the run. They do. Sorry. Not sorry. You guys have killed my runs several times. Not sorry at all, actually. Fear the sound of the frog. There's another key over here, isn't there? And a bound soul. Let's wait for that patrol to go. Maybe we can sneak through here. Ah. Touch too close. Touch too close. I mean, we have Permanent Earthquake Bruce on standby. You know it's bad when your Flame Shot cooldown lasts longer than the mob's HP. That's where we are right now. Well, we're just going to grab the keys, because looking at it, none of these have anima power in them. So there's really no reason for us to bother with them. We'll just get the hell out of here and head upstairs. If we were desperate for Phantasma, you might say, is this what Torghast's going to be? Are you going to have to skip these? Really depends on your build. If we'd had choices where we really couldn't boost our Phantasma gain, our Phantasma is so good right now because we got that early boost. And we turned the Broker into Phantasma a couple of times. So like, let's do this one. We turned this guy into this. You see, it absorbs all nearby heat, reducing fire damage taken. You know? Oh, what am I doing? Should travel in style, right? Okay, the power there. There's the key and there's the chest. Right, let's get Bruce going. There he goes. Look at his permanent earthquake. What a chad. Bruce is our boy. Get him, Bruce. Show him what's what. I think we might be at the point of Perma Bruce. Potentially. We've got Permanent Bruce. He's on a 40-second cooldown already. We only just spawned him. So as long as he doesn't die, we might have pretty much Permanent Bruce here. Which is nice. Especially while we're fighting Tower Sentinels. While I have two... Tower Sentinels are particularly horrible because they give you this debuff for each one on the floor. So my haste is currently reduced by 30%. So there's one down. Let's get this one. Bruce, what are you doing? You madman, Bruce! Brucey! You're a maniac, lad! He's an absolute machine. And that's it. Yeah, he died, and now he's back again. We have Perma Bruce. Perma Bruce is what I needed in my life. I didn't know until now, but I do. Oh, Cloudburst Totem's out. That's good. I was really hoping we would get Cloudburst Totem. Makes life much easier. I can't believe we got Perma Bruce. I was trying to get Perma Bruce in our heroic run, except I kept getting these smelly, massive damage upgrades instead. Might as well hex the boss now while we're finishing this trash off. We're doing the chest. Don't break it, Bruce. I'm warning you, pal. Oh, Frost Shock instantly kills targets below 10% health. Sure. I'll forget to use it a million times. But you can imagine early game how powerful that is. Get him, Bruce. Sure. Now, I think... Yeah, see the way it starts? We've had 4 of those. I'm pretty sure we've had 4. But you can see it only goes to 3. It only goes to 3. So they might have fixed it. I feel like something's been changed. Our drop chances have been changed for sure. But, since yesterday, but... I don't know. Kind of hard to tell, to be sure. It's kind of hard to be definitely sure, you know. Perma Bruce is a gift, though. I'm more than happy to have Perma Bruce. I would have liked Frost Shock one-shots more rats. That was actually super useful. That was an ability I had yesterday. Oh, Bruce! Oh, wait. Let's just check this. Yeah, it looks like it is capping right now, but we don't have the damage amplifications that we had yesterday. We don't have that. So I'm wondering if it is the damage amplifications that make that do all the extra damage, and whether we are now kind of stuck at the 6. Potentially. Oh, Bruce despawned. Let's get another Bruce. Deal with this situation, Brucey. These scum lords. We're at the very, I think the next floor is the last boss. This is this is basically the last floor in terms of actually having to clear for normal mode right now. Remember, on live, this will not be the case. Where's Bruce gone? What are you doing? Having him out all the time really does highlight the AI. What are you doing, lad? Alright, let's get the quest guy. Quest guy, good. Quest guy means more power. More power, good. I feel like this is like the other floor, that it's going to circle around. Maybe. Man, having Bruce all the time is actually incredibly overpowered. It's actually so broken. It's so broken. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining. But it is super busted. Elites will still kill him. Like, some of the elites will definitely kill him. I have not seen this floor layout before. What? Oh, we're at the end. This is kind of a new one on me too, which is good. I thought I'd seen all the current sort of variations. I mean, I've spent so long in Torghast. And I just goofed up massively. I let them all heal to full, and now they've got 14 stacks of damage buff. I'm sorry. No, no, no. No healing. No, stop. Stop healing. No. I'm just trying to chain lightning stuff instead of doing what I should do. Which is just kill the healers. Spirit Link provide. So, I don't really want to go back. We're very late into the video. I don't really want to go back. There might be a power back there. Unless the quest guy... Oh, the quest guy's just going to be around here. You can see it on the map. Quest guy's up here. Might be a mimic up here. Lord of Torment. Get it, Bruce. So, we got the last boss to go, I think. Are you healing him? You suck, dude. Get out of here. Can't trust these guys. Healing. The cooldown of Lava Burst is ridiculous when Lava Surges kick in. We just have Lava Bursts all the time. Mimic. This is a Mimic. Yeah. We know what you're up to. Get out of here. Oh, there's Frost Shock instantly kills Morats. Man, it's too late in the run for that. I want 10% more crit damage. I wouldn't take that over 10% more crit damage anyway. It is nice to one-shot Morats because they, they're just kind of running around. As you're just traversing through the floor, you can just pick them off with no cooldown. They also, if you pick up the Morat detonation, which shouldn't be one good affix. Earlier I was talking about different affixes we could give ourselves in here. One of them might be you always have to take the Morat explosion or something to do with Morats. Because often we'll see... I mean, there's no power in it, but... You know what I mean? I just see the opportunity for this much chain lightning, and it feels stupid not to... No, interrupt the heal. It feels like it's wrong not to, you know? Where's the healer? It's this guy, isn't it? God, them screeches are horrifying. Our lightning bolt damage didn't quite get where I wanted it to be. It didn't reach the absurd heights where we could one-shot a whole floor. That's okay, though. Not every run is going to be the same, and that is the point. That is the point. Finish off our boss friend. Got our cool totems down. I mean, we're super strong regardless. Like, that's the thing. Maybe for the boss? Okay. 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 Now, we know that's not going to work anymore. Capacitor totem stun duration increased by 100%. And when capacitor totem fades, another capacitor totem is automatically drops in its place. I'm going to take this now. However, I can tell you right now, this is so busted that it never stops dropping capacitor totems. It got so bad that Finn took that one. I didn't get the option to choose it, but Finn had that. And he got it like floor, I don't know, 27, something like that. By floor 42, or floor 60, I should say. By floor 60, he had dropped so many capacitor totems that were still permanently in existence. He spent 10 minutes trying to click them away because they were keeping him in combat and couldn't get rid of them. There were just so many. It just keeps dropping them. Dealing fire damage is a chance to reduce the target's movement speed. I mean, it's alright. Our final boss, ladies and gentlemen, of the Ellie Shaman. What fun this is. And you know what's great? You might say, oh, you didn't really get where you wanted to go. Or, you know, we know it's crazier and all this kind of stuff. There is so much more that we didn't get to see in here. And that's the whole package. What we did get to show off is the variety, how we thought about our abilities, how we use things in a different way. We went with a Bruce build, which I didn't get after so many floors. Which makes me really happy. I mean, this is kind of what although it's not exactly what I wanted to show, it's great. Because what we did get to show is the variety of builds. Like, this is a totally different build. This is a much more Lava Burst-centric build than we had last time. It's still extraordinarily powerful, but it's not as crazy. It's a different type of crazy, I should say. Our boss goes down. Our final boss leaves us as we leave Torghast on our Shaman. I hope you enjoyed this run. I really do. I'm going to put in some clips of the silly heroic run we did, which got us much more fun, just to see how it goes, because already I feel like this has had some changes done to it. But it's so much fun. Exit Torghast. Yes. I'll see you next time.